Would a Biden or Trump administration next time round be better for the Western world?
I mean, if someone put a gun to my head, I'd pick Trump. If there was
Why?
a gun to my head, track record. You know, no war under his administration, and he brought in the Abraham Accords.
Yeah.
Well, I would be pretty happy with another 4 years of no war and an extension of the Abraham Accords. Does that mean that Trump would be my preferred candidate? No.
Who would be?
I don't know. I'm going to watch and see as things unfold. There's a new entrant into the Democrat race, Dean Phillips.
Yes.
I know Dean a little bit. Dean's
Impressed
quite
by
a
him?
remarkable person. I think he's a good person, and I don't mean that casually. I've had some fairly extensive conversations with Dean. He's a remarkable person, and so we'll see where he goes. I saw the first Republican candidates debate. You know, it was actually a rather impressive slate, and so I know that Mike Pence dropped out. Mike would have run, I think, a very administratively oriented administration. It would have been back to sort of politics as everyday business, which is really what you'd hope for if you had any sense. Vivek Ramaswamy is extremely creative and entrepreneurial, very dynamic. I think it's very interesting to see him in the race. Nikki Haley's, she's a tough cookie,
Yeah.
and she's fun to watch. And so, you know, there's some promising candidates on that side. Now, Trump's a formidable force.
Yeah.
And at the moment, he certainly has the upper hand. And I'm not pleased with Biden for a variety of reasons, not least, and this is something particularly salient at the moment. The Saudis, I believe, and I have reason to believe this, I believe they would have signed the Abraham Accords 2 years ago
Yeah.
if Biden would have been willing to give Trump some credit. And I believe the Democrats didn't pursue Saudi Arabia at that point because it would have been inconvenient to give Trump credit. And so they isolated and alienated him when they could have given him some credit. He might have just ridden off into the sunset if he'd got some credit for what he had done. But they turned him into the monster they needed to fulmigate against, and now they have the monster back. And now we have the situation in Israel,
Yes.
right, where Iran is using Hamas to agitate the Islamic world against Saudi Arabia, essentially. As far as I can tell, that's what's going on.
Yes.
So I'm not very happy with the Biden administration because of that. And I'm also not happy with the Democrat inability to deal with the woke left. You know, when the squad run by AOC was promoting the pro-Hamas demonstrations in New York, the White House spokeswoman did come out and denounce them. That was the first time in years, 6 years, and I've talked to many Democrats, where I actually saw the Democrats draw a line. I've asked 40 Democrats that I've talked to, some on my podcast, when does the left go too far? Not one of them would answer. Not one. Not even Robert Kennedy. He said, I'm not trying to run a divisive campaign. It's like, fair enough, you know, but you could draw a line between you and the communist psychopaths.
Yes.